Kakaiba man ang panahon. Ito na ang araw, ito na ang ating pagkakataon. Ito na ang bago na kakaiba. Ang lahat ng ito nasa kamay mo na. Tara na tayo magsimulang magsaya. Freedom to fun for everyone. Dito sa ating tambayan, lahat ng yan magagawa ng paraan. Kahit ano o sino ka man, hindi kayo maiiwanan. Dito sa ating tambayan, iyakan o tawanan pwede yan. Kahit saan at kahit kailan, sama-sama tayo, kaibigan. Ito na ang bago na kakaiba. Ang lahat ng ito nasa kamay mo na. Tara na tayo magsimula magsaya. Freedom's the fun for everyone. Dito sa ating tambayan, lahat ng yan magagawa ng paraan. Kahit ano o sino ka man, hindi kayo maiiwan.
Diliman, check Diliman presents 3 times the fun. Dito sa tambayan, pare di mo ba alam, mahabang usapan. Back to podcast, mga F na dyan, pero di na balik. Gift sa Pinas, kami dito o may-ari. Tambayan dito sa amin, meron din katahan, parang tawag ng tanghalan. Tama mga linya sa nging bilang galaw. Feeling in the blank, hindi huwag ikalimutan. Bored ka na ba? Happy hour ka sugutan. Oras ka lumipas agad, di na mabilis. Happy hour sa tambayan, oras na ang hindi. Any hour to mga pangiligang activities. Ulit sa siya, ganyan kalaman. Aming radyo, maangas, may fiction na drama. Sinula pang teatro, utak kayo, pinapagyan. Kita ang e-sports, maroring real sports. Tinatara sa ngalaman para siya score. Kung yan ang hanap mo, halin na sumabay na tayo. Halin na sumayaw na tayo. Halin na tumambay na tayo sa
Dito sa ating tambayan, lahat ng yan magagawa ng paraan. Kahit ano o sino ka man, hindi kayo maiiwanan. Dito sa ating tambayan, iyakan o tawanan pwede yan. Kahit saan at kahit kailan, sama-sama tayo, kaibigan.
We are the Student Coordinating Board, leaders of bravery and transparency. we became the SCB, let's take a look at the past projects of the club. The after party of the ABC concert, last year's movie For a Cause, and the council's original project, the Grade 11 Batch 9.
Guys, I'm happy to announce that we are now ready for the incoming school year.
We have a lot of exciting projects in store for you, bigger and better than ever. This is your time to shine, mobile gamers. We present to you PUNet, an online turnout movement for a cause. Lead your life to success. We have Transcend, leadership beyond excellence. We greatly value one's mental health. Hence, we proudly introduce our project, Dare to Believe. Rise up to the challenge and foster solidarity as we give you Synergize, a virtual relay. Last but not least, move, groove, and get hyped with the beat as we present to you our online concert, Tunog Tamaraw. We may have diverse characters and be miles apart, but we are united. We listen, we innovate, and we serve in leading the FEU community. We are the Student Coordinating Board, leaders of bravery and transparency.
Hello, we are the Student Coordinating Board. Welcome to tonight's Tambayan TV program entitled A Glimpse to a Student Leader's Life, presented by the Student Coordinating Board. Here with me today are my co-officers, starting off with our Grade 8 representative, Alvin Carr. Can you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Alvin Carl Estrada, the Grade 8 representative of the Student Coordinating Board.
Followed by our Grade 9 rep.
Hello, I am Joshua Calibo, the Grade 9 representative of the Student Coordinating Board.
Followed by our Grade 10 rep.
Good evening, I am Sailia Lasanta, the Grade 10 representative of the Student Coordinating Board.
And here with us today, our Grade 11 rep.
Hello, I'm Alexa Leojong, the Grade 11 rep of Student Coordinating Board.
And our Grade 12 representative.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Denise Valdivieso, the Grade 12 representative of SE.
And here I will introduce to you the Executive Board, starting with our Peace Officer.
What's up, guys? I'm Sean Austin D. Asuncion, the Peace Officer of the Student Coordinating Board.
Followed by our PIO.
I am Jillian Taroza, the Public Information Officer of ST.
And then here with us today is our Auditor.
Hi guys, my name is Meja Cindy Alfred, the Auditor of Student Coordinating Board.
And our Treasurer.
Hi, I'm Patricia Lazatin, the Treasurer of the SCB.
And then here with us today is also our Assistant Secretary.
Hi guys, good evening. I'm Zairine P. Chikatilia, the Assistant Secretary of SCT.
Our Secretary.
Hi guys, I'm Gina May Mamag, the Secretary of the SE.
And then of course our Vice President.
Hi guys, good evening. My name is Harold Bonem Rebutido, the Vice President of the Student Coordinating Board.
And of course, I am Liazul Shani B. Alvis, the President of the Student Coordinating Board. So ano nga ba mangyayari on today's program? So for today, we have is that we will be presenting you questions that our fellow students have sent us, and we will be entertaining and answering them related to how we are as a student leader and our humble life as a student leader. So mamaya, magpapakita kami ng spin the wheel wherein randomly masaselect kung sinong Student Coordinating Board Officer ang unang sasagot. Right after it, yung person na magpipili, siya naman ang pipili ng susunod na sasagot na officer, and then this system goes on all throughout the game until 5 officers answers 1 question. So, SCB, ready na ba kayo?
Ready na!
Ready na.
Yes na, yes.
Ready na!
Okay.
Yes na, yes.
Ready naman. Okay. So, for our first question, let us hear from our first question from, I'm sorry kung mali ma-pronounce ko, pero her name is Angelisa Ruiz. Her question is, how do you balance your time as a student and as a leader? Ulit, okay? How do you balance your time as a student and as a leader? So, sino kaya ang ating first lucky winner, ang unang sasagot from the SCBI? Here, I will present to you. Ano na aming names? And the first one to answer is... Ayan, we have a winner! It is Sailia, our grade 10 representative. Okay, Sailia, once again, let me tell you the question. How do you balance your time as a student and as a leader? Go.
Thank you for that wonderful question. Okay. Aside from being the two previously mentioned, I also work and train in dance. From the previous years, my time management has improved from balancing studies and training a lot. So I usually have an outline for my to-do list for the day, and that even goes down to increments of an hour. So that is how I balance my time as a student leader and as a student.
Alright, thank you, Sai.
The
Okay,
next one.
sino ang pipiliin mo? Drum roll. Hindi, joke lang. Sige, go. Sino?
Siyempre, ang ating grade 8 representative, si Aldwin Carl Estrada.
Yeah. We love Carl! Yay!
Samahan niyo talaga.
Idol!
Ay, grabe. Bakit? Kami sa'yo, Carl. Okay, Carl. The question ulit tayo. How do you balance your time as a student and as a leader? Paano raw, Carl?
Secret daw.
Secret. Charot. Syempre, ang ginagawa ko is, paano ko binabalance is, una, pag may, school works na, syempre gagawin ko na kagad yung mga works ko. Saka, syempre, yung student leader naman, hindi naman ako nahihirapan. So, pag may pinapagawa sa akin, gagawin ko na rin kagad. Yun lang naman.
Wow! Alright, thank you, Carl. Sana all hindi procrastinators. Sana relate tayo lahat dyan, di ba? Anyways, of course, being a student leader, mahalaga nga na manage mo yung time mo wisely, just like how Carl does, or how he said he does his balancing of being a student leader and being a leader and a student. Alright, sinong pipiliin mo, Carl?
Si Joshua.
Alright, okay. Grabe, naubos na ating junior high school reps. Josh, how do you balance your time as a student and as a leader?
I balance my time as a leader and as a student by making an outline of what to do, and then prioritizing the ones that are more urgent, or depende kasi yan kung alin yung mas urgent or kung alin yung mas, what do you call that, mas urgent or mas mahirap gawin.
Kante.
Okay. So, depende dun sa list na yun kung ano yung inuuna kong gawin.
Alright. I think some of us also does that, diba? Siyempre, nakakatulong yung ganung method, knowing your priorities, ano yung level of importance ng bawat list or to-do list mo. Anyway, sino yung next officer? Josh? Napipiliin mo?
I respectfully nominate Austin Asuncion.
Ayun, si Austin, our police officer. Alright, okay. Austin, go.
Minamanage ko yung time ko by, tulad nga ng sinasabi nila na nag-release nga. Pero ang method na ginagawa ko naman is china-chop ko yung mga activities sa smaller parts para mas madaling siyang gawin. And ginagawa ko is, di ba, pagtapos ko siya i-chop, sineselect ko kung anong day ko siya gagawin. Since alam ko naman na hindi ako ganun kagaling na parang kayang tapusin agad-agad, and sinasuggest ko sa inyong lahat na huwag kayo mag-procrastinate or mag-cram, since maapektuhan yung output ninyo yun kahit na sabihin nyo na mas naging productive kayo pagdulo na, since tulad nga ng sinasabi nila na yung water hindi naman siya mag-flow na sobrang bilis. Like, nakalimutan ko yung yung water does not flow, something like that. Yun lang.
Panis.
Wow, ayun pala. Search nyo na lang yung quote na yun na sinasabi ni Austin. Panis kayo kasi hindi pa ganun si Austin. Anyways, okay, for our last officer who will answer our first question, Austin, sino yung gusto mo?
Si Kit.
Ayan, si Kit. Keith?
Yeah, I'm master procrastinator.
Hi. Yeah. Hi. Ano yun? Ulit yun pa.
Okay, yung question ay, how do you balance your time as a student and as a leader?
I don't.
Thank you for that question, but yes, I don't try. Siguro, effective din before sa akin talaga yung mag-outline. Pero ngayon kasi dahil iba yung system natin ngayon na online and lahat puro sa gadget lang nagaganap, ganyan, as in virtually. Ang ano ko talaga is mas effective na sa akin na kung feeling ko kailangan ko na magpahinga or yung gumawa ba ng mga gusto ko nang gagawin ko na siya kasi hindi ko pinipilit tapusin lahat kapag unlike no first sem kasi sobrang napagod talaga. So like ngayon hindi ko na i-force yung sarili ko when I feel like doing my requirements, so ko siya gagawin and I make sure na matatapos ko siya ng on time. Tapos although ginagawa ko pa rin yung nagli-list, pero hindi ko na siya ngayon ginagawa kasi nga mas nalilino na ako dun sa focus na eto lahat. So parang tinitignan ko pa lang siya na stress na ako. So ngayon parang kumbaga sariling pace ko kung ano yung feeling ko na kaya ko lang for today, ganyan. Tsaka syempre between sa pagiging student and student leader, marami rin naman kasi tayo and nagde-delegate naman ng task. So, talaga, no man is an island and hindi tayo naging team para lang ma-burnout. Kaya nga tayo team para mas marami tayong magawa. Yun lang.
Alright, okay, grabe. That wraps up for our first question. And I believe we can, ano yun?
Let me redeem myself.
Sige.
Nahanap ko na yung code.
Okay.
Nag-code din ako.
Yung code
Yo!
is
Ma'am,
the
hindi siya
water
nakinig
does
sa
not flow until the faucet is turned on. Ayun pala yun.
The water?
The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. Yun pala yun.
Yun pala yun.
Diba naman naisip ko doon?
Okay, na-redeem na ni Austin sarili niya. Pero again, that Keith has wrapped up yung first question. And I think, konting reflection lang. I believe, grabe yung pagiging relevant nung answer niya. Especially na I believe these days, or the past year, since the pandemic has started, meron tayo ng gaging fatigue from our social media, from the internet, kung ano man yung nasa online world, di ba? Nagkakaroon tayo ng fatigue, nakakapagod. And then, of course, as our school year has started or is still implementing yung wala talaga tayong fixed schedule. I mean, meron tayong synchronous classes, but after it depends on us na, di ba? Kung anong gagawin natin. It's hard na wala tayong masyadong schedule na kailangan natin mag-commit unless we make one for ourselves. And so, with what she said, I think mahalaga yon na mag-allot ka rin ng time. Sorry kung ingay ng background. Mag-allot ka rin ng time ng pahinga, and then also maging committed ka pa rin na tapusin ko naman yung mga responsibilities. Ayan. So for our next question, this is from Marielle Servigon. Her question is, being a student leader can be overwhelming sometimes. How do you handle other people's expectations? Alright? Okay, so sino kaya ang ating second na mapipili na unang sasagot for our second question? Here we go. Ayan. Mahal na mahal. Si Carl Estrada, our grade 8 representative. Okay, Carl. Palakpakan naman natin si Carl. Yay, Carl!
Grabe. Gusto ko ngayong araw
Here is the question once again. Okay. Being a student leader can be overwhelming sometimes. How do you handle other people's expectations? Kung ano lang
sa akin. Basta sa akin, ginagawa ko lang naman yung trabaho ko. Basta go with the flow na lang. Doon yung sagot ko.
Alright. Okay. Simple, pero I think ganun talaga yung mga mindset pa talaga with what, or maybe mindset ng ibang student leaders such as Carl. So, Carl, sino yung next officer? Wag naman si
Ayun,
Josh. Hindi naman.
sa akin, si Ate Sai.
Ayan, okay. Si Sailia.
Bumabawi ka, ha?
Future, junior high. Okay, Sai, go.
Being a student leader can be overwhelming talaga sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean a lot of times. Mahirap siya and mahirap siya i-handle. Pero ako, I just keep on doing my best sa mga pinapagawa sa akin and of course, take initiative din. And pag nahihirapan ka na, it's okay naman na mag-request for assistance. Like, pag na-overwhelm ka na sa mga gawain. And like what Ate Kim said kanina, kailangan nagbibigay ka sa sarili mo ng rest days para hindi ka talaga na-overwhelm. And I know that I'm not alone in this naman, and I have my fellow officers to guide and help me in bettering the student body.
Alright. Wow. Okay, thank you for that wonderful answer. Kara mo, beauty pageant. Anyway, Sai, sino yung next?
Siyempre si Ate Jillian.
Alright, Jillian na.
Grabe naman, Sai. Ako, to be honest, hindi ko alam ano yung expectation ng mga tao sa atin, lalo na online setup. So, syempre, mahirap din naman. Ginagawa ko, katulad nung sabi ni Sai na ginagawa ko yung best ko sa lahat ng ginagawa. Kasi either way, may masasabi at masasabi pa rin naman sila. And yung iba, matuturing mo rin naman ng Lois. Yung iba, I take into account para i-improve din yung sarili ko and para rin ma-improve yung kung ano yung meron yung club. So, ayun. Next, nasasagot.
Di nagpapatalo si Jillian. Okay, sino? Sino Jillian?
Si May. I nominate May po.
Ayan, May. Alright, May, our secretary. So, ulitin ko lang yung tanong, being a student leader can be overwhelming sometimes. How do you handle other people's expectations? May?
So yung expectations nila, alam ko nung una pa lang is kailangan laging parang goody two shoes ka ganun. Kailangan wala kang binibreak na rules and kailangan laging maayos, mataas ang grades. So yun yung expectations na alam ko nung grade 7 pa lang. How do I handle the expectations? Pag may nagawa akong work or task, sabihin ko na lang na I did my best. Nagawa ko naman, at least may nagawa ko. And yun lang yung mindset ko na just keep doing what you know best and what you can always do. Yun lang.
Alright. Okay. For our last officer, sino May ang nominate mo?
Gusto ko si Harold.
Alright, Harold, napili ka na. Our Vice President. Okay, should I repeat the question? You repeat ka. Okay. Being a student leader can be overwhelming sometimes. How do you handle other people's expectations?
For me, I don't handle their expectations. And I don't deal with their expectations. Kasi, dapat you have your own expectations sa sarili mo eh. Kapag ide-depend mo yung expectation ng iba sa sarili, parang mas mape-pressure ka eh. Dapat sa'yo pa lang, alam mo na yung dapat mong gawin. Alam mo na dapat mataas yung standards mo sa sarili mo para makapag-produce ka, para ma-push mo yung sarili mo na maging better. Kasi iba-iba ng expectations yung tao eh. Dapat mag-focus ka sa expectation mo sa ibang, kunwari, sa expectation mo sa ibang leader. Kailangan gawin mo yun sa sarili mo. Ayun, parang, ayun lang.
I think, kung ano pa rin naman, we get his thoughts, diba? Kung ano man yung gusto niya sabihin na you shouldn't really depend kung ano yung sinasabi ng iba. Kasi, what matters is yung sarili mong standards, kung ano man yung challenges na sineset mo for yourself. Di ba, ano naman to, hindi lang naman sa being student leader to, it goes all throughout our life na sabi nga, ulit-ulit, wala naman talagang race it's more of you should just compare yourself with your previous self. Hindi dapat sa ibang tao. Though it's hard, ako personally, it's hard not to compare yourself. Pero it's a learning process, di ba, na we have to go through para for our own selves din. And as a student leader, it really helps na wag ka mag-compare na iba. You just go or don't deal with other people's expectations. Just have your own. Alright, so for our third question, what do you benefit from being a student leader? Okay, ulit. What do you benefit from being a student leader? And this is from Ezekiel Ong. Okay, for our first person to answer this question, we have ayan, si Austin Asuncion, our peace officer. Alright, Austin, care to share your answer?
Thank you for that question. Can you repeat the question again?
Sige. Sabi ni Ezekiel Ong, what do you benefit from being a student leader?
So, being a student leader, yes, nakita nyo na parang maraming responsibilities and such na maraming ginagawa. Pero marami din siyang mga benefits sa atin. And first of all, para sa sarili ko, ang pinaka-benefit niya talaga is yung parang yung fulfillment na nakakatulong ka not only for your friends, for your acquaintance and such, pero sa buong school community na na-fulfill, parang nagbibigay way ka para mag-improve and mag-grow yung school ninyo. And ayun yung pinaka-biggest fulfillment na nakukuha ko from this organization and joining this since sobrang saya ko na I met new people and parang naging family na din kasi yung organization na to for me. Kaya sobrang saya ko and ayun yung masasabi kong biggest fulfillment ko sa pagiging leader. Yun lang.
Wow,
So,
family
ang
na
next
raw
ko,
tayo sa kanya.
si Dean.
Thank you for that, Austin. Okay, sino yung next, Austin?
Daddy!
Si Tin na lang.
Sino?
Tin.
Okay, si Tin. Okay, should I repeat the question? Okay, re-repeat ko. What do you benefit from being a student leader?
Ayun, minsan, sorry, ayun, minsan, napapatanong din talaga ako sa sarili ko na ano bang benefit ko sa paglilid na ganito. Siyempre, yung time na hati talaga sa ACADS and all. So, ayun nga, minsan napapatanong ko. So, yung minsan, naiisip ko, talagang nag-grow kasi ako as a person. Nag-grow ako. Oh, damn! Dati kasi, meron ako kasi mga bagay na nagagawa na akala ko hindi ko kaya. Ayun, so, thankful din talaga ako dito sa SCB kasi pinupush nila ako sa limits ko. So, yung kahit yung simple pag-host lang sa small natin, activity natin noon na first time ko yun. Tapos, ayun nga, marami akong mga bagay na nagagawa talaga dito. So, ayun.
Alright. Okay, naasar pa ni si Tin.
Sorry po.
Okay lang, of course. Okay lang yan. Okay, Tin. Sino yung susunod na sasagot?
Si Denden po.
Alright. Okay, si Den. Kaso parang nagkakaroon siya ng internet problems din. Kaya mo ba magsalita right now? If not, ano na lang siya?
Sipat na lang.
Mamaya.
Sipat
Ayan,
na.
okay, sipat. Ating treasurer. Go.
Hi. Sorry, pwede pa ulit ang question ulit.
Okay. So yung question is, what do you benefit from being a student leader?
Okay, gaya nga ng sabi nila sa last questions, being a student leader is not entirely easy. Siyempre, marami pa tayong ginagawa other from ACADS and the org. Minsan may iba pa tayong org or siyempre may mga personal problems tayo. So I think the biggest thing that I can benefit is the lessons I learned from being a leader, such as managing my time or managing my own expectations for myself and for others. And syempre yung gaya nga ng sabi natin, yung mga opportunities din na nakukuha natin, gaya nga ng pag-push ng aking mga fellow officers sa pag-host or sa paggawa ng something na hindi ko pa nagagawa dati, stepping out of my comfort zone. Pero syempre, I think bouncing off of Austin, ang pinaka-rewarding talaga na nakukuha ng pagiging leader is yung opportunity na pagbalik sa ating Tamaraw community, or not only the Tamaraw community but our fellow Filipinos and human beings in general, because it gives us a sense of purpose and a sense of direction. Yun lang.
Alright, okay. Thank you for that.
May
Tresha,
nanalo na.
grabe. Oo nga, may nanalo na. Alright, so, since we are short on time, gawin na lang natin is 3 people per question. Okay lang yan? So, magpo-proceed na tayo to our next question. But again, thank you for those who answered na, in summary, ang sabi nila, it's more of being challenged to go beyond our limits, and then creating connections, bondings with our fellow co-officers, and lastly is to give back sa Tamaraw community, but not only to our community and our school community, but of course to our fellow Filipinos. Kasi our small actions nga naman, hopefully, syempre, gusto natin, our small actions could actually contribute to bigger solutions to our real life problems sa society natin. Okay, so for our fourth question from Kiara Franco, sabi niya, how do you motivate yourself in doing your responsibilities? Sabi niya ulit, how do you motivate yourself in doing your responsibilities? Okay? So, mag-start na tayo. Sino ang unang sasagot? Ang unang sasagot ay si... Okay lang yan. Ikaw ang napili ng Will. So, Trisha, ikaw ang unang sasagot. How do you motivate yourself in doing your responsibilities? Care to share?
Okay, hi. So it just bounces off sa previously kong sinagot na thinking about the rewards that I get out of this. Na hindi lang siya, it's not all about me, it's not all about the rewards that I'm getting, but also what I'm able to give back to the community. Not just in terms of material things, but more of the opportunities that I also get to give back, because after all, we won't be in this position if it weren't for the people who work in this field.
Alright. Truly indeed. Okay, so sinong na-nominate mong next, Trisha?
Si Alexand.
Okay, Alexand. So, I'll repeat the question. How do you motivate yourself in doing your responsibilities?
Okay, so una, iniisip ko muna para to sa sarili ko. Kasi sa future, alam ko na magamit ko to someday. Kaya, first of all, minamotivate ko sarili ko na mag-grow, maging more confident. Kasi kung hindi ako mag-step up, walang mangyayari sa akin. Sa second, iniisip ko yung mga loved ones ko, family ko, na syempre, iniisip ko yung friends ko, and including na kayo. Kasi, na-encounter ko kayo sa SBB. So, iniisip ko na kapag nag-grow ako, matutuwa rin kayo. So, ayun yung nag-motivate sa akin.
Wow, grabe heartfelt. Napapa-heart sila. Okay, so for our last person to answer this, Alexand, who would you like to nominate to answer?
Piliin ko si Ate Jillian.
Okay, Jillian.
Grabe yung tanong. Yung nagmamotivate sa akin is yung reason kung bakit ako sumali, kung bakit ako tumakbo. Kasi yun yung tanging pinanghahawakan ko para to keep myself rooted and motivated. Kasi in the first place, ginusto mo naman to. So bakit hindi ka magpatuloy, di ba? Parang walang point na mag-stop ka in the middle na hindi mo siya tatapusin. So ayun.
Alright. I think we can all relate to their answers. Of course, sabi nila is knowing your whys. Yun yung root talaga natin to continue what we are doing. So, sabi nga nila, yung why mo, yun yung magiging purpose mo on continuing your commitment into something. And then, sabi rin ni Alexand, doing it for yourself. So, syempre, ano bang nagagawa mo? If you're doing it for yourself, you're also growing. And if you're growing, you're also making the other people around you happy. And then, another person who answered, tama ba? Nakailan na tayo? I'm sorry, I didn't keep track. Nakailang tatlo. Nakalimutan ko sino yung una sumagot. I'm sorry, sino yun?
Si Pat.
Ayan, si siya. Sabi niya, it's more of, naalala ko, sabi niya, it's more of contributing back to a bigger cause, like yung school community nga doing it for them, and then of course may accomplishment and fulfillment na nakuha from them. Alright, so our next question, how do you manage to balance your academics and your social life? Okay, so sino kaya ang unang sasagot from us? Let us see. Andito na. Ayan. Ating, okay, si May pala. Okay, May, our secretary. So again, the question is, how do you manage to balance your academics and your social life?
Hello?
Ayan, meron.
May narinig ba kayo?
Yeah, meron.
Wala naman talaga akong problem mag-balance ng academics and social life. Ang ginagawa ko na lang talaga, inuuna ko yung academics. At pagtapos na silang lahat, doon ko na i-concentrate yung oras ko sa social life ko. Ang number one rule ko dyan is never kong pinagsasabay ang academics or social life. But generally, I never really had any problem in balancing my academics or social life.
Alright. Okay, grabe no, nakakag-shock yung ganun. Academics first before social life. Sana all. Anyways, okay, sino ang na-nominate mo, May, to answer this?
Sino bang hindi sumasagot? Si Joshua siguro.
Si Josh. Sige, si Josh. Okay, Josh.
Pwede kong si Den.
Okay.
Mamaya daw si Den. Medyo nag-hang rin siya right now. Pero okay, Josh, go.
Pero pwede pa, nung question ulit? Like,
okay, yung question is, how do you manage to balance your academics and your social life?
So, ako kasi personally, I just go with the flow when it comes to balancing yung academic school life and then sa social life. But if I'll look into it ng more specifically, siguro may oras talaga ako nakalaan for social life and may oras din talaga nakalaan for academics. Yun lang.
Okay. Josh, sino yung na-nominate mong last person to answer this?
I respectfully nominate Alduin Carl Estrada, the grade 8 representative of the Student Coordinating Board.
Okay, si Carlet, mahal na mahal.
Mahal niyo talaga
Carl.
ako
Kaya mo naman, ramdam na ramdam mo. Alright, okay. The question is, how do you manage to balance your academics and your social life?
Sa akin naman kasi, ako kasi mas priority ko talaga yung pag-aaral. Kasi yung ACADS kasi talaga, may mga deadlines yan syempre. Yung social life, wala naman. Diba? Yun lang sa akin. Tsaka may panahon para magpakasaya.
Wow, okay. So may panahon para magpakasaya. Siguro ang makukuha talaga natin dito is more of yung pag-prioritize, no? I think importante rin naman ang social life, pero ang nakukuha ko sa responses nila is meron nga kasing deadline. When in fact, when you create a social circle na alam mo naman magsistay kahit na, di ba, medyo tawag dito, wala ka muna sa reader for a few weeks and all, okay lang sa'yo na unahin mo muna kung ano man yung kailangan mo tapusin before going back to them and spending time with them. Alright. Okay, for our next question. Who do you look up to for inspiration or mentorship? Again, sabi, who do you look up to for inspiration or mentorship? So, we are now down to our 6th question. Medyo bilisan natin. Ang sasagot na una ay si, ayan na, sana makasagot si Den. Okay, our grade 11 representative, Denise Valdivieso. Ayan, Den.
Pwede lang ba ulit ang question?
Okay, so yung question is, who do you look up to for inspiration or mentorship?
To be honest, wala akong tao na ina-adore sa leadership kasi lahat tayo may iba-ibang types of leadership. Pero ang ginagawa ko na lang is tinitignan ko yung co-officers ko kung anong klaseng leader sila, and by that, pag nakita ko kung anong klaseng leadership sila, kung anong klaseng leader sila, doon, natututo ako. Sila yung ginagawa kong mentor. Hindi literal na mentor, pero sila yung ginagawa ko parang teacher. Sa kanila ako natututo. Parang gano'n.
Okay, grabe. Tayo pala ang mentors ni Den. Alright, thank you, Den. Sino yung next one gustong i-nominate to answer?
Si Tin po.
Okay, Tin.
Ayun, sa akin, yung papangalanan ko pa ba siya? Or wag na? O di ba, andito na naman yung ate ko. Ayun yung po.
Pwede naman.
Yung senior officer ko nung junior high ako. Dati siyang mayor namin, tapos naging president din namin siya. So, ang galing kasi talaga niya mag-lead. Then, hindi, girl siya. Tapos, sabi ko someday, gusto ko maging katulad niya. And, ayun nga, andito na ako na-aimon.
Wow, okay. So, sino yung last person na magsasagot?
Si Kit po.
Okay, Kit. Ikaw na, Kit.
Go, Kit!
So, ang tanong
hello.
ang tanong ay, who do you look up to for inspiration or mentorship?
Ulit.
Ang tanong, who do you look up to for inspiration or mentorship?
Well, honestly, yung mom ko, kasi teacher siya. So, growing up, meron na talaga akong mentor. Meron na talaga akong leader. And then, sa church din, may mga leaders, ganyan. And then, pinaka nilo-look up ko siguro na mentor talaga mom ko. Kasi nga, siya yung nagtuturo sa akin. Like, tough love, ganun. Kung ano yung ayaw kong marinig, pero kailangan kong marinig. Yun yung sinasabi niya sa akin. So, like, ako, growing up, kung paano mag-mentor yung mom ko sa mga students niya. Gusto ko ganun din ako mag-mentor. Kasi she really treats them as her own, na parang kapag mali talaga mali, ganun. Tapos, basta, tough love and all, ayan.
Okay, so tapos na tayo sa our sixth question. And siguro takeaway natin is anyone could be our mentor talaga, no? Or could serve as our inspiration in this journey that we have. And it's important actually to have those people, or kahit you can treat yourself as a mentor ka. Para guide mo rin sarili mo to know kung paano ka pa mag-progress, kung ano pa yung mga growth na kailangan mo pagdaanan. Kasi having people to look up to as an inspiration will truly encourage and motivate us in this journey that we have started as student leaders. Alright, so for our seventh question, ang tanong ay, how could other student leaders manage their pastime like gaming and doing hobbies while maintaining their responsibilities as a student leader of their respective school? So mahaba siya. It is from Aldrin Montalan. Again, tanong niya, how could other student leaders manage their pastime like gaming and doing hobbies while maintaining their responsibilities as a student leader of their respective school? Alright, sino ang unang sasagot nito? It is I. Okay. So, I believe pareho lang din siya, like yung social life nga, if we would be comparing it. Pero may hobbies kasi dito eh. So, unlike sa answers before, ako naman as a person who is really an extrovert, nararamdaman ko yung joy or yung reward na like pahinga and happiness kapag nakipag-interact ako with other people. So, rather than actually uunahin kay ACADS, though inuuna ko naman siya, pero not to the point na always. There are times also that I know for myself na, uy, kailangan ko tong time na to para pahinga muna. And if yung pahinga ko ay ibang tao, kung yung pahinga ko is ang hobbies ko, then I should give myself time for it. So, yun yung ano ko. Hindi talaga ako yung type of person na could go continuously or tuloy-tuloy lang with academics. So, sumasakit agad ulo ko. Like, ako, mabilis ko ma-distract and all. So, yun yung balance in life ko with my hobbies, my social life, and my being a student leader. It's more of knowing what I need at that moment. Should I accomplish my task first or do I need my rest? Yun yun. More of, evaluate ko muna yun. Then afterwards, I'll make a decision kung ano yung saan ko allot yung time ko. Alright, so ang susunod na sasagot, I see...
Ano po ulit yung question, ma'am?
Okay, so mahaba siya. Pero ang tanong ay how could other student leaders manage their pastimes like gaming and doing hobbies while maintaining their responsibilities as a student leader of their respective school?
Ako, ang ginagawa ko is gagawa muna ako ng work. Yeah, gagawa muna ako ng work hanggang sa mapagod ako. Then kapag gusto ko na magpahinga or gusto ko nang gawin yung hobby ko, kahit nasa kalagitnaan ako ng work, gagawin ko para kasi ako yung tipo ng tao na kapag sobrang pagod na ako, sobrang drain na ako, kahit anong output ko, ay kahit anong gawin ko, ang pangit na ako. Ayun,
yeah.
Kapag sobrang drain na ako, sobrang pagod na ako, ang pangit na ng nagagawa ko, and ayoko naman na ang pangit ng gawa ko, gano'n. Ayun, so bale, ang ginagawa ko is gagawa muna ako ng work hanggang sa mapagod ako. Then, kahit nasa kalagitnaan ako ng work, ayun, gagawin ko yung hobby ko muna. Pero maglilimit ako, kunwari, for example, mga 30 minutes, gano'n. Manonood lang ako ng K-pop, gano'n. Or kung ano ang trip kong gawin. Ayun. Then, balik ulit ako sa work. Tapos, syempre, kukuha rin ako ng inspiration, ng motivation. Pero ang mostly motivation ko is music. Yun talaga. Yun lang.
Alright. I think naputol tayo for a while kasi nawala si Trisha. So, Austin, can you repeat your answer? Kahit a brief lang ulit. Yung sagot mo kanina.
So,
Go,
hi
Austin.
guys.
Okay.
So, maglo-loop lang ulit tayo. Ting! So, ayun. Minamanage ko yung time ko sa gaming and social life and ACADS, and at the same time yung responsibilities ko dito sa organization sa pagsiset ng limit sa sarili ko na parang, di ba, sinabi ko nga kanina na sinachop ko yung mga activities and tasks ko, and after na ma-accomplish ko yung task na to, ang ginagawa ko is mini-make sure ko na may reward akong ibibigay sa sarili ko, since I know na hindi naman ako robot na bigay lang ng bigay. So, kailangan ko din magbalik sa sarili ko. And ang ginagawa ko is, after ko ma-accomplish yung task na to, mini-make sure ko na nanonood ako ng anime, ng series and such, kahit na pakonti-konti lang, para kahit paano nawawala yung stress and nagiging masaya kahit paano, kahit na nakakapagod yung setup na to. So, ayun lang.
Alright. Okay, so siguro takeaway natin doon is more of setting limitations or having a control of your time. Kung ano yung pang hobbies, ano yung pang academics, and then ano yung for yourself lang, di ba? So, as a student leader, importante talaga yan. Alright, down to our next question, or second to the last actually. We will be having the question na, what was the greatest challenge you faced as a student leader? Alright, okay, again, what was the greatest challenge you faced as a student leader? Okay, here it is. Ito na yung spin the wheel of names. Okay, so ang unang sasagot ay si Jillian. Alright, Jillian.
I think yung greatest challenge is yung setup ngayon. Kasi ang hirap talaga ng online setup. And ayun, lalo nung mga simula. Kasi to be honest, nung simula nag-a-adjust pa lang kami. So, andyan yung mag-a-adjust ka sa online class and sa online event. So, medyo mahirap kasi hindi namin alam kung paano ba dapat ma-convince yung mga fellow students namin na sumali sa event, ganyan. Since online nga, yung communication hindi siya agad na parang hindi kami agad nakaka-connect sa kanila. So, ayun.
Okay. Sino next, Jillian?
Next po si Den.
Okay, Den. Ulitin ko yung question What was the greatest challenge you faced as a student leader?
Siguro kapag meron kang problems, personal problems, hindi mo pwede kasing takasan yung role mo as a student leader. So, kapag parang may problem mentally or emotionally, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na hindi ko kayang gawin to. Kasi sa'yo naka-atas yung task para magawa yun. So, ayun.
Alright. Okay. Next then, sino yung next na sasagot?
Si Carl.
Alright. Ang pinakamamahal ng SCB, Carl Estrada. What
Ayan.
was the greatest
Mahal
challenge
talaga ako. Damang-dama
you
ko yun.
faced as a student leader?
Suking-suki ka, Carl.
Okay.
Ba
Carl,
yan?
anong sagot mo doon?
Sa ngayon, wala naman. Pero nung una talaga is yung time management. Kasi, syempre, first time kong mag-SSG. Tapos, nag-SSG din ako, tapos pandemic pa. Hindi yung sa mga, yun lang. Kasi, tapos, hindi rin kasi talaga ako ready na mag-SSG. Pero, ayun.
Pero as we can see, di ba, nag-pay off naman yung parang will mo to join. Kahit you're not ready. Baka for yourself, pero alam nung greater being na you are part or you are for this. Alright, okay. So, thank you sa mga sagot na yun. And I think we can agree with all what they said. Tayong student leaders ourselves, having our personal problems or being in the pandemic, paano tayo gagawa ng event, sobrang hirap. And of course, yung time management. So, we are back and we are down to our last question. So, for our last question, ang sasagot syempre lahat. So, mabilis na to pero more of bigyan nyo na lang ng short description kung bakit yun yung napili nyo. So, ang tanong is, how do you ensure effective leadership under distance learning? Again, how will you ensure effective leadership under distance learning? So, para may smooth flow tayo, start from grade 8 rep.
Go,
Mahal niyo talaga. Huwag naman po ganun.
Mahal niyo talaga ako. Damag-dama ko yun. My God.
Free lang.
Damag-dama ko yun. Mahal niyo
How
talaga
do you
ako.
ensure effective leadership under distance learning?
Sa akin, lang talaga. Cooperation. Yun lang naman.
Alright. Short pero totoo naman
Sabi niyo maiksi.
So follow. Yeah, okay lang. Okay, go Josh. Ikaw.
Ako naman,
How do you
as the the class president rin, I try to know yung kalagayan ng iba kong mga kaklase kasi like trying to get to know them kasi unlike in face to face, madali nakikita mo sila physically and madali mo silang mag-get to know. And dito kasi you really have to try na makilala sila. So I think yun nga, get to know yung conditions ng mga classmates mo kasi hindi tayo lahat pare-pareho ng kalagayan lalo na ngayong may pandemic.
Okay. Tama. Alright. Sai?
For me, meron naman kasi tayong mga online platform. Marami actually that will help us to collect the wants and concerns of the students and effectively reach it out sa admins. And of course, the most important thing during this pandemic as a student leader is to be inclusive sa lahat ng students natin. And of course, mag-reach out din tayo sa teachers para mas mag-extend yung reach natin. Yan. It's all about being inclusive.
Alright. Being inclusive, sabi ni Sai. Okay, Alexan?
For this pandemic, dapat yung mga student leaders mas aware sila sa kinalalagyan ng mga tao. Kaya, syempre, dapat patuloy pa rin nagmamotivate yung mga student leaders na nag-i-inspire.
Okay. Grade 12 representative then?
Ayun, just like what Sai said, kapag naabot natin yung reach ng teachers and students sa lahat ng sections, and yung successful, yung nalalaman ko pag successful yung projects natin if sa post-event surveys, if ever we received a good feedback and comments, ganun.
Okay. From our exec board, we have our peace officer, Austin.
Hi. So, I believe kasi na as a leader, the best ability that we can give to others is being available. So, I'm making sure na I'm always available para sa mga tao, sa mga classmates ko, and sa, dito sa org. And I believe din na yung communication kasi is a two-way process. So, kaya nga talaga na naipag-interact tayo, and maganda yung sinabi nila na gumagamit na tayo ng mga forms para ma-ensure natin kung paano sila and ano pa nga ba yung mga dapat natin i-improve para mas matulungan pa natin sila. Yun lang.
Tama. Alright. From our PIO, Jillian?
Siguro sa class president na lang. Sa classroom namin, kahit actually halos lahat kami hindi magkakakilala personally, like virtually lang talaga kami magkakilala. So, meron kaming ginagawang homeroom activities at least once or twice a month para at least meron kaming interaction na nagagawa, hindi lang basta sa class, and some way somehow nagiging effective naman kasi may mga iba naman na yung dating hindi naman nag-a-approach sa'yo, i-chat ka nila, ganun. So, parang nalalaman mo rin kung paano sila and kung kamusta sila. Kasi yun yung pinakamahalaga na meron na dapat alam natin bilang isang leader para alam natin kung paano natin sila matutulungan. So, yan.
Okay. Next is our auditor, Tin.
Ayun, I'm making sure na merong connection pa rin talaga even though mahirap dito sa setup natin online. Mahirap makipag-connect sa mga students. So, we're making sure na mas madali tayo malalapitan ng mga students, ayan, through Google Forms nga, raising their concerns, ayan. Pati na rin yung mga events natin talaga na siguro yun doon na lang sa events na yung mga ginagawa namin mga events is talagang yung mga trends, yung mga pinapropose namin na mga projects, talagang minimake sure namin na mag-engage yung mga students and yun yung mga trends ngayon, ayun lang, through engagement.
Alright. So, our treasurer, Trisha?
I think it's just bouncing off what everybody said, na to have really meaningful and strong connections talaga, not only within the classroom, but within the presidents then and ourselves para mas ma-fulfill talaga natin yung role of being the bridge to our students, from our students to our admins. That way, maririnig talaga yung mga concerns natin and ma-address siya accordingly.
Alright. So, next would be our secretary, May.
Yun naman, nasabi naman ng iba. Essentially, it's just about teamwork and proper communication with the students, the admins, the teachers, and between all of us. Meron din yung kailangan siguradong nakikinig tayo sa mga problema nila at may solusyon tayong binibigay. Yun lang.
Okay, down to our second to the last, Harold.
For me, ano ba yung ulit yung tanong? To ensure effective leadership in distance learning. For me, dapat magkaroon ng mga magagandang interactive event. For example, yung mga event natin, yung mga platforms natin, yung mga upcoming events natin, Breakthrough and Synergize, and yung mga past events natin like ano ba yan? Yung PUNet, ganon, ayun. And also, dapat magkaroon din ng, tama din yung mga sinabi ng iba na communication, and for internal naman, cooperation din. Ayun. And communication. Communication is key. Ayun lang.
Yeah. Alright. So, as a final say, I think nasabi rin naman lahat. Pero, may I just add, basta as a conclusion, for me naman, it's all about communication, of course, transparency, and yung commitment and being proactive. So, yun yung top 4 ko na tingin ko to ensure effective leadership. Kailangan meron tayo nun within us and our ties with the students. Kasi, yung 4 na yun talaga yung key or yung mga kailangan natin to ensure na yung role natin as a student leader na fulfill natin to our best efforts, and also through our cooperation with one another by providing interactive activities, being proactive, not only being active but proactive, na nabibigyan natin ng solusyon yung mga tingin natin kinakailangan ng students. Doon tayo nagiging tawag dito, effective leaders ngayong term. So with all that said, I think all of us has said our own personal opinions, and hopefully yung audience natin na meron silang nakuha kahit konti from our short program, which is this Tambayan TV program. And so to finally end this, we would just like to invite everyone to our upcoming event, Breakthrough, on March 27. That will be a webinar event. We will be inviting exciting speakers, insightful speakers, na of course, kakupulutan nyo na aral. And of course, meron din tayong mga competitions wherein we have exciting prizes for all of you. And last but not the least, our project Synergize, which will be a very exciting and motivating and basta maganda yung event na yun. It is for everyone, and we hope na mag-participate kayo. With all that said, sana talaga natuwa kayo sa event namin. And again, we are the Student Coordinating Board, Leaders of Bravery and Transparency. Guys, bye-bye naman kayo dyan. Bye-bye
Bye,
tayo.
guys.
Alright.
Inasan sa'yo.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Yo, arigato gozaimasu.
Bye-bye!
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
We are the Student Coordinating Board, Leaders of Bravery and Transparency. But before we became the SCB, let's take a look at the past projects of the club. The after party of the ABC concert, last year's movie for a cause, and the council's original project, the Grade 11 Batch 9.
Guys, I'm happy to announce that we are now ready for the incoming school year.
We have a lot of exciting projects in store for you, bigger and better than ever. This is your time to shine, mobile gamers. We present to you PUNet, an online turn-up movement for a cause. Lead your life to success. We have Transcend, leadership beyond excellence. We greatly value one's mental health. Hence, we proudly introduce our project, Dare to Believe. Rise up to the challenge and foster solidarity as we give you Synergize, a virtual relay. Last but not least, move, groove, and get hyped with the beat as we present to you our online concert, Tunog Tamaraw. We may have diverse characters and be miles apart, but we are united. We listen, we innovate, and we serve in leading the FEU community. We are the Student Coordinating Board, leaders of bravery and transparency.
Dating magkalayo ay napapalapit na ngayon. Halina't sumama ka kahit saan ka naroroon.
Magkaiba man ang oras, magkaiba man ang panahon. Ito na ang araw, ito na ang ating pagkakataon.
Ito na ang bago na kakaiba. Ang lahat ng ito nasa kamay mo na. Tara na tayo magsimulang magsaya. Freedom's a fun for everyone. Dito sa ating tambayan, lahat ng yan magagawa ng paraan. Kahit ano, sino ka man, hindi kayo maiiwanan. Dito sa ating tambayan, kakanotan walang pwede yan. Kahit saan at kahit kailan,
Sama-sama tayo, kaibigan.
ito na ang bago na kakaiba. Ang lahat ng ito nasa kamay mo na. Tara na tayo magsimulang magsaya. Freedom's the fun for everyone.
Dito sa ating tambayan, lahat ng yan magagawan ng paraan.
And kahit ano o sino ka man, hindi kayo maiiwan.
Dahil Tech Diliman present 3 times the fun. Dito sa tambayan para di mo ba alam, mahabang usapan. Pack the podcast, mga estudyante pero di nabalik. Gift sa Pinas, kami dito ang may-ari. Tambayan dito sa amin, meron din katahan parang tawag ng tanghalan. Tama mga linya singin bilang galaw. Feeling in the blank, please huwag ikalimutan. Word ka na ba, happy hour na sugutan. Oras ka lumibos like hindi lang mabilis. Happy hour sa tambayan, oras na kamindi. Any hour, tumangakong yun ang activities. Ulit sa siyagan yung kalamatan. Aming radyo, maangas, may fiction na drama. Sinula pang teatro, utak kayo tinabagyana. Kita ang e-sports, maroring real sports. Dinatara sa kalaman para siya on score. Kung yan ang hanap mo, halina sumabay na tayo. Halina sumayaw na tayo. Halina tumambay na tayo sa
Dito sa ating tambayan,